What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, back out with another review, and today we are having the last entry in our Lilo and Stitch review series before the Lilo and Stitch live-action review. That's being Leroy and Stitch. But before we get into the actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free, and number two, also maybe help with the YouTube algorithm, recommend the video to more people, and maybe they could join that toxic family. And do feel free to comment your thoughts on Leroy and Stitch down below. But with that being said, guys, we're going to as well. This is building up to a big ranking I have planned on Saturday, so stay tuned for that as well. But before we get into the actual beginning of the review itself, let's give a quick plot synopsis of the film, shall we? So transition and choose.
The villainous Dr. Von Hemsterville breaks out of jail and immediately begins work on a devious new creation. Leroy, who looks just like kindly alien Stitch and is sent to Earth to tear apart everything in his path. To defeat the Mad Doctor and his crazed experiment, young Lilo must reunite with Stitch and her other extraterrestrial pals. Unfortunately, the only thing that may be able to stop Leroy is a performance from Elvis himself.
Alright, so as I said before with my last review of Stitch the movie and Leroy and Stitch were the only two movies that I had not seen in this franchise, at least to my knowledge. I might have watched them when I was younger, I don't know, but from my memory, I remembered nothing about them if I did watch them. So basically, first time watch if I did see them. And Stitch the movie I thought was okay, and I was pretty much expecting that with this. Well, let's just get into the actual beginning of the review itself, shall we? Alright, so starting off with the good here, I have the final act. The final act is quite fun. It has all
the characters that you've seen before that were in the TV series ending in this big climactic event that I thought was really fun and pretty action-packed for an animated movie, so I liked it.
I as well thought that the story was pretty solid, with Lilo kind of like letting go her alien friends to see what that leads to. I thought that was a little compelling for this film, and I think aspects of the film definitely did work around that. So I did like that, and you did feel the emotions from her, and she has more of a proper role in this one compared to Stitch the movie, so I was a fan. I liked how they used her in this with that story. And how it ends the franchise. So basically, this was a direct follow-up to the TV series to kind of close out the Lilo and Stitch franchise, at least the animated franchise. And I think it actually
did wrap things up well in a very satisfying way for all these characters to end with.
So I don't have any mixed aspects, but I do have some bad in here, and I only have two. Leroy's usage in here. So Leroy I actually thought was the sandwich experiment, but I was wrong on that one. It's actually a new character that's introduced in here, which it was kind of cool how he was introduced with him being like a clone of Stitch in a sense. He's just red. I liked that. However, later on in the movie, he just kind of feels as if he's a puppet. So I wasn't too big a fan of how they used him. And I do think that this is very formulaic of other animated movies.
Which I get what they're doing. They're trying to make it digestible towards kids. But I wish they changed at least some things to make it stand out compared to others.
That being said, I don't really have any other thoughts about this. I actually thought this was quite decent and in a good way to end the franchise off. So with that being said, let's bring out the toxic meter. And I'm going to give this actually a toxic goodness, a B.
Yeah.
And this was a pretty solid way to close out everyone's arcs in the movie, including this guy. Yeah. I'm curious what the live-action remake is going to do when I see it in, like, a couple of minutes. So be sure to let me know your thoughts on this film down below, and stay tuned for my Lilo and Stitch live action remake review tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.